Oh, that's just the best. Oh man. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to Filmora Pro. My name's Johnny, and today I wanted to answer some of the questions you guys had about Filmora Pro or the music video series. Now I know what you guys might be thinking. Oh Johnny, this is just Yawa. Well, you'd be mistaken. This is actually Yaidakike. You ask, I try to answer as clearly as I can. Let's get into question number 1. Question number 1 comes from DS Vlogs. Johnny, first of all, hello, I love Filmora Pro, but I wanted to ask you, is it easy to use? Because when I open it, I get confused. Can you help me with it? Yes, I can. Filmora Pro is a video editor that gives you a lot of precision, and with all of its customizable panels and keyframes and different tools and everything else, it can be a little daunting if you're just starting out on it. I'd highly recommend that you check out our Learn Filmora Pro playlist, which has a ton of good info on how the program works. You can also find it over here in Filmora Pro's home screen. Otherwise, feel free to mess around with it and push buttons and see what happens. That's how I learned how to use it. Okay. Next question. This one from Rev John O'Toole is about our music video series. In the video that he's commenting on, I mentioned that it's a good idea to cut on the beat of the song when you're editing. But John's question is, what if the song doesn't have a beat? If the song you're cutting to doesn't have a beat, I'd highly recommend just cutting when the action seems right, or what you could do is add a bunch of cross-dissolve transitions to help smooth the video out. Or you could try to shoot the entire video in one single shot. The possibilities are endless. Our next question is from Derek Mutindo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Derek asks, how to make a slow motion video. Well, Derek, your best option for getting a slow motion effect is to shoot in a higher frame rate like 60 frames per second, and then drop it into a Filmora Pro project that's 24 or 30 frames per second. When you import your footage into Filmora Pro, find your high frame rate clips and click this gear icon at the top right. Next, for frame rate, uncheck from File and choose the frame rate from your project. Your clip will now be in slow motion. If you want to speed part of the clip back up, you can cut your clip in the timeline, right-click on the part that you want to speed back up, and put a higher percentage like 200 or 250%. Next question. This next question comes from IFIYE Official. Hello, I'm Yahaya, the creator of this channel. Yahaya, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. How do you do split screens in Filmora Pro? Thanks for your question. Here's one way that you can do a split screen in Filmora Pro. What you're going to need is 2 or more clips that you want to use in your split screen, placed on different tracks on your timeline. In my case, I'm going to do a simple left-right split screen. So I'm going to adjust the position of each of these clips in the controls panel so that they line up with the left and right half of the screen. Next, on my top clip, I'm going to create a mask using the rectangular mask tool. Finally, if we want a border, we can go to New, Plane, and make it whatever border color we want. And finally, we'll add that plane to the top of our timeline and create a rectangular mask in the middle, just like this. And there we go, a split screen. Next question comes from Logan. When can we expect, or can we expect more movie visual effects being added / tutorials? Like lightsaber, Harry Potter spell, etc. Yes, so we took a little bit of a break from our regular Filmora Pro tutorials while we were working on the music video series. Now that that series is over, we plan to get back into doing some really cool effects tutorials in Filmora Pro really soon. I can't guarantee what they're going to be about just yet, but I'll keep your suggestions in mind. Next question. Everchange MC asks, are you planning on adding markers to Filmora Pro? Everchange, thank you for the question. I can tell you that I also really want to see markers in Filmora Pro. I can tell you that our team is aware of it. It is something that we want to add in the future, so stay tuned. This question comes from Elf's Alt. Is there any way to zoom in on something and track it? For example, say fingers. Love your videos. Thank you very much. So if you try to do motion tracking on something really small like a finger, especially in a wide shot, you might have some trouble getting the right tracking points. I'd highly recommend you check out a video that we made called Advanced Motion Tracking. It goes way more into detail on some ways that you can get around this and track more difficult to track objects. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I hope that helps. All right, so that concludes our episode of Yiddekijk. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you want more video editing tips and tricks, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And remember, there's no limit to what you can make.
Johnny, is this my chair?
No.
What are you doing?
Next video.